Welcome back, everybody, to the AnythingOU Podcast and the Chris and Drew Show. As always, I'm your host, Tristan Williams. Got my co-host, Mr. Drew England. Drew, what's up?
Hey, like I say all the time, it's a great day to be a Sooner. We hope you've enjoyed the other videos, stuff like that, Tommy Harris, all that. But yeah, we got a good one today.
No, we do. Hey, but before we get in this video, Drew, we got to tell them about something. We got to tell them that they can return to the tailgate. Ladies and gentlemen, if this is your first time on AnythingOU Podcast, we would like to let you know that we are sponsored by www.hornsdownshop.com. If you want to go support our favorite linebacker, number 23, Deshaun White, you can do so there. All the links are in the description, and you can even support us too. So yeah, we'd really appreciate you guys. And hey, let's get in the video. Welcome back, everybody. We have Mr. Jake Taylor. Jake, how you doing, man?
Oh, unbelievable. Thank you for having me here.
No, for sure. Thank you for wanting to come on. So I'm going to jump right into questions, man, if you're okay with that.
Absolutely.
So we like to use these interviews to give people a chance to get to know the person, not just the athlete. Tell us a little bit about you and your family and just as far in depth as you want to go into it.
All righty. So, my name's Jake Taylor, class 22 guy, going to be actually enrolling. We did the math 6 weeks until my move-in date, so that's going to be cool. So can't wait for that. But yeah, this whole journey up until this point was unbelievable. My family, they're the backbone of everything. They're the reason why I'm here. There's the reason why everything's going to happen in my life because of the way they raised me. But the biggest person that I got to give a shout out to and just thank is my brother, Bo Taylor. He was at blanking right now, UCLA, but then he transferred to Ball State, and he's actually moving there in 11 days. So got to enjoy these last days with him. So that's going to be fun. But that man I looked up for absolutely everything, football-wise, being a man, looking at my grades. He was a 4.0 all of his life. He's the captain for Gorman, or he was. So, yeah, everything I've done, I've looked up to him, and he's led the way. And the good old brother rivalry. So we've competed off of everything. We've been working out every single day since he's came back from the transfer. So there's been some competition going on every day. Either it's lifting, eating, video games, whatever. It's just been fun like that. But yeah, cannot say thank you enough for everyone behind me and everyone that will be there for me.
So who wins in y'all's Madden matches? You can be honest.
You see, he doesn't play Madden, but
okay.
If we did, and I'm running with the Titans, it's going to be over before halftime. Let's just say that.
Oh, wow. So other than playing Madden, what are some of your hobbies, some stuff that you do maybe outside of football that people don't know about you, Jake?
Oh, absolutely. So it's actually really unique, I would like to say. I like to class myself as an artist over even an athlete some days. I do all sort of artwork. I have pictures on my iPad. I just got out of art classes my last period. So I do all sort of artwork, whether it's drawing, sketching, painting, sculpting, pottery, anything like that of that form. I fell in love with it. That's another thing that I have to correlate with my brother. He's an unbelievable artist. So I'm kind of like, oh, that's cool. Let me try it too. So I've been learning all my technique and stuff from him. So yeah, that's what I've been doing on my free time.
Well, and that's got to help too. With a lot of people don't realize this, but we've heard stories of famous NFL guys and different stuff like that doing that, like that type of stuff, artists, crocheting, stuff like that for their hand-eye coordination. And so that has got to be really, really cool for you to be able to put football aside and be able to have like a little outlet to be creative. So that's awesome. That's great.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. It's definitely a distraction, the right sort of distraction if you need it.
Yeah, for sure. And it's always good to have, when you want to get away from football, it's always good to have those distractions. So especially everything that's been going on. So you've been committed for a while. And tell us about what that process was like for you as far as the coaching staff transition and everything. And how did that all work for you?
Oh, well, I don't know where to begin. So first off, it's a really funny story. And every time I've told this story, it's got to laugh out of everyone. It was my first ever college phone call, believe it or not, with Oklahoma. And so I was middle class. it wasn't that fun of class. So, the leaning on the head type of day. And yeah, leaning on the hand type of day. And then so all of a sudden I see my head coach knock on the door. And I was like, oh God, oh brother.
what I do now.
Yeah. He's like, can I have Jake Taylor? I was like, yes, coach. And I'm a good kid. Like I never once got detention or anything like that. So I was like, yeah, coach, what's up, man? He's like, you know what you did? When are you gonna admit it? I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, I know what you did. I'm like, coach, I didn't do anything. He's like, all right, we'll see about that. And then he pulled me into like a scary dean's office. Like the entire student body is scared of. I was like, oh boy, like kind of one of those freaking out moments. He's like, you sure you didn't do anything? I was like, yeah, coach, I swear. He's like, all right, explain this. He flipped his phone. It was Lincoln Riley, DeMarco Murray, and the position coach. And I told everyone I have the cold sweats going on, thinking like, oh God, what did I do at this point? But that was my first ever phone call. And they're like, well, Jake, you're offered. So
wow.
That's awesome.
That was,
yeah. And
oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, good. You're good. I was just saying, coming out of a place like Bishop Gorman, and I know you just mentioned Coach DeMarco Murray. He's a legend there. I'm sure that anybody around there knows who he is and stuff like that. What was it like playing in a program like as prestigious as Bishop Gorman and playing for the Gales over there? And man, because you hear it nationwide. You know, if you're a football fan or you follow recruiting or anything like that, Bishop Gorman. So talk to us about like how that prepared you for this next level.
Yeah, so I'm going to toot not only my horn, but the Bishop Gorman's horn as well. Bishop Gorman, it's absolutely – if I'm near Vegas, it's without a doubt I'm going to send my kid there. Not only are they ridiculous in all athletics, literally all sports they played, but the academics, it's unbelievable. And they keep everyone just disciplined, like I said, by the deans and stuff. I mean, I can't have a beard at school. So, I mean, the rules are just – it makes a boy into a man for sure, the whole process like that. But football wise, it's going back on my brother. He gave me the reins early. I was a freshman, he was a senior, and I basically took it from there. Here's where the kind of tuning the own horn comes from. But I was thankful to be the first ever junior captain in all of Bishop Gorman history, which going back on DeMarco was there, Ronnie Stanley was there. There's these unbelievable athletes and men that walk through Gorman. So it was such an honor to be the first ever junior captain that spoke so much about not only myself, but the way my family has raised me. So that's unbelievable. And my coach, all of our coaches, but I'm going to say Coach Kea Toledo, and he's my offensive line coach. There's some days where he likes me more than my parents. Like, he loves me and cares for our players so much more than you would see anywhere in the nation. So that motivation and that person who has your back no matter what, who wouldn't put their life on the line for them? Who wouldn't put like their body on the line for that coach? So all of those little details could make that place unbelievable.
Well, that says a lot about you to be a captain as a junior at a place like that. So, I mean, we know that Sooner Nation, we're getting a good one. So, I mean, that's awesome. Thanks for sharing that story.
Hey, so you talked about you wanted to, you have a coach that you play for that you want to run through a wall. And that's with the new staff changes that we all are well aware of. You have a coach that a lot of people would run through a wall for. So what is your thoughts about playing for Coach Brent Venables and the new staff?
It was funny. Those exact words came out of Baker Mayfield's mouth when during their meeting, he's like, I listened to 10 minutes of Coach Venables talking. I was ready to run through the wall. So I could not have said better words for how he described it. Not only Venables, but I think the new head coach and kind of the switch of all the stuff going on, including players as well, it is bringing back and honestly, in my opinion, bringing something new to the table that you'll never see again if there isn't like such a change. Like, of course, if 20 or maybe let's say 10 years down the road, it's going to be still as like energetic, but the fact of going from such a low point and all of our like understanding what our future to such a drastic, just like max in our like, I don't even know how to describe it. Like such a drastic change that we faced is unbelievable. It's gone from like, oh God, what's our future looking like to I've never felt more confident. So it's unbelievable. That's Coach Venables. I was able to speak to a lot because I went down for the spring game, and I actually attended the practice before the spring game as well. So hearing him talking, being in the student player and faculty only meeting, he's gonna be my coach. And like I said about Coach Kea, he would absolutely be the coach, and the rest of the coaching staff as well, obviously. But they're the people that you want to sacrifice your body for. They're the people that, okay, yes, coach, I'll fix it. Like, you want to fix yourself for that coach. And I'm so grateful to have that coach. It's not like, oh, that was a bad play, now I have this guy yelling at me. Like, no, they want to better you. And that's how our team is going to be so well, in my opinion. Like, it's a coaching staff and the way the players respect them that's going to be huge for us.
Yeah, and I know too. You spoke on the new staff, but what is it like having Coach Biedenbow still there and his pedigree of? I mean, you just look down the list of the offensive linemen that he's coached. What's it going to be like for you? How excited are you to get to have him as a position coach at OU?
Yeah. So during the whole coaching change, I was telling Coach B, like, Coach, I know this position isn't really the best for us, but I just hope you know I love you, Coach. This 2 years have been unbelievable building this bond with you. But I hope you know that, like, I hope the best for you. So, and that kind of implied, like, I'm not necessarily going to follow you to wherever you go because of how connected I was with Oklahoma. But it was one of the things where I wouldn't know how to describe it. He's such an unbelievable man that the sigh of relief I felt when he said, all right, we're good. We got the guy we wanted. That means my spot's here and I'm ready to roll for the next few years. I was talking to him about the whole entire coaching change. He's like, I don't want to leave here. They offered me the job at USC. I want to retire at this university. And that speaks measures because who knows, that's probably a pay increase if he would have left. But the fact that he stayed home and he has a beautiful family here that he's raising, going to be wonderful people just like himself. But I couldn't speak higher about this guy. And he's been holding me on the little rein about sending me all the plays, letting me join meetings and stuff. But yeah, he knows in 6 weeks it's on.
Yeah. So you mentioned the spring game earlier. What was that? I know I was there. Christian, a bunch of us were there. What was that atmosphere like in Norman? I mean, I think we were all blown away. We knew we were going to pack the Palace, but 75,000 plus. What was it like being down on the field, experiencing all that, seeing all those former players, stuff like that? Talk about that spring game weekend experience for you.
So it was funny. Going back to what I said about Bo, he went to UCLA, so that means maybe not 5%, 10% of like the Rose Bowl stadium was like filled for games. It was honestly pathetic. Like, no offense, but it was terrible. So I was going in expecting like, okay, they'll be packed because like it's been going on for whiles, packed out. And I was like, okay, it's gonna be a little busy. I walked in there. I think it was like 75 minutes till game time. The entire bottom row of the stadium was filled. I was like, I was in shock, speechless, because I was on the field with the players for stretching and stuff like that. So I was just looking around. My jaw was dropped. I can't speak enough about the fan base here, and it's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Actually, fan base. It was funny, the people knowing me. It was like, hey, Jay, come here. And I signed like autographs, took pictures. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, you mentioned pictures. I think our little group. I wasn't there. I know Christian, I don't think had a chance, but Andrew and a few of them saw you at a restaurant. So we'll post that picture here for people to see. But it's cool that once you're committed, once you're coming to OU, man, you're family, and we man, we're certainly excited for you to come in. So.
Oh yeah, I appreciate that. And going back on family, the fan base is by far family too. If it wasn't for them, the team would be half the team they would be. Because if you go into a stadium and have people yelling the Boomer Sooner so loud you can't even hear, the confidence and motivation you would have is unbelievable. Coming from like a player's perspective, even at Bishop Gorman, might as well divide the popular or like the stadium by like 5, and then you have my my audience at my games, and even hearing that small amount saying like go this team and like cheer for you, you'd run through the wall for them.
Yeah.
So it's unbelievable, and I cannot say thank you enough for all the fans and those who supported us, went out to the game, and the ride or die fans.
Hey, so Jake, you seem like a pretty athletic guy. You seem like you work out a lot, and that leads me to one of my favorite questions I love asking people. I'm sure you know where I'm going with this. Coach Smitty, are you kind of a two-part question? What are you doing to prepare for Coach Smitty workouts? And if you are ready, how did you get there?
So weight room, that's people say that's their second home. I want to say that's my first home. That I live, sleep, literally eat in the weight room at Gorman. So knowing that, it's actually funny. I set the all-time bench record, and I've set multiple. We have like shirt increments at Gorman, like, oh, you need to hit this bench, this clean, this squat all together for like a blue shirt, a black shirt, Ironman. And I was like, I got Ironman my sophomore year. I was like, that's it, coach. So we added a new shirt for me, and I called it Juggernaut because
there you go.
It's just, you know what. So the weight room's always been my true home.
Yeah.
So
look out, opposing D linemen. Let's
go.
Absolutely. Let's go. Yeah.
So that weight room that's probably the most confident thing I am in when in this 6 weeks. And it can be like, oh, waking up on time, going to class, practice, stuff like that. Oh, weight room. Okay. I got this. And hearing all the Coach Smitty stories, that just excites me, motivates me more, because no one wants oh, you cheated rep. Oh, we'll just get it next time. Like if someone in that weight room cheats a rep, I don't want them to be lifting for the rest of the day. I want them, sorry to be graphic, but I want them like puking out their guts, because the weight room, I think, shows your football team. If you have guys doing half the weight they can, cheating the reps, cheating the sets, that's going to translate to the football field. But if you have a guy like Coach Smitty who literally breaks your body down and your nutrition and recovery is able to rebuild you, you're going to be absolutely set. And that's why I'm so confident in this team. So that's one of the biggest things I was looking forward to when I heard the coaching change.
Yeah, for sure.
That's awesome. So you talked about once you get here 6 weeks from now, who's going to be your roommate? Who do they, have they set you with somebody yet?
It's not confirmed, but the way it's looking and the way I'm wanting it to be is probably Jacob Sexton.
All right. Yeah.
Nice.
That's a dynamic duo right there, boy. I'll tell you what.
Oh yeah, on our door.
That'll be
Jakes.
Yeah. There you go. Double J's. Look out.
Oh, yeah.
That's awesome.
Hey, so I got one final question for you, and it's one that we love to throw in there. What is your favorite food?
That's that is absolutely a hard one. Let's see. It honestly depends on my mood. Right now, I'm feeling a good, probably like pizza joint. Like,
there you go.
I'm not gonna say that's my favorite, but it's probably the most reliable you can get.
Yeah. There you go.
There you go.
It's funny. I can send you this if you want, but I'm actually gonna pull it up. I went to a lot of places when I was at Oklahoma for watching the thing. So my Oklahoma menu, I went to the Garage, the Mott, the Crawfish Bucket, Olive Garden, and the Logan's Roadhouse. I have like scores for each one, knowing where all the places are, and by far got to give it to the Garage.
The garage is good.
Yeah, that's a solid pick right there. They got some good burgers, stuff
Jake,
like that.
Just so you know, the Mott's known for the alcohol side. just
you stay away from there.
I got I got 3 enchiladas and a Coke.
Okay. There you go.
Okay.
Hey, stick with the Coke. Yeah,
stick with the Coke.
Yeah. Keep that track record of no detentions, no all that. Keep that in line. Yeah, yes, sir. So
I'll be terrified of what Schmitty would do if he finds out.
You don't want those stadium stairs. I'll tell you what.
No.
I'm doing whatever I can to stay away from those.
Yeah,
for sure. Well, Jake, we appreciate you for coming on, man.
Thank you. I truly appreciate it. And going back to everything I've said, I beyond grateful for this, beyond grateful for what's going to happen in 6 weeks, and give a huge thank you to the fans and fans for here, to whoever's listening. Thank you for letting me take up some of your time. Thank you for letting me just tell you about me. So thank you guys.
Yeah, appreciate you, Jake.
You are always welcome, brother. So if you ever want to hop back on after the OU Texas game or something and tell us how you pancaked a couple of kids, you can for sure just let us know.
Don't worry, I'll be wearing the golden hat like how I did in the
There it is.
You go.
Let's go.
There you go. Jake, have a great day, brother.
Thank you, guys. Have a good one.
Yes, sir. That's been everything for the Anything You Podcast and the Christian Drew Show. We really hope you guys enjoyed Jake Taylor. That was a really fun interview. Kind of hear about a recruit's life and why he does and is the way that he is. So that's all I got. Drew, you got anything you want to leave the people with?
Hey, as always, thanks so much for the likes, for the subscribes, the support. If you haven't already, drop down right here, subscribe, hit that bell for notifications. Go out and get our official podcast t-shirt right there, the one that Christian Williams is rocking, and he's got the thumbs up. But as always, go get our boy Deshaun White's gear at www.hornsdownshop.com. And as always, Christian, you already know, Boomer.
Sooner.